I'd like to show you all the parts that go into the temple arms or the sides of my sunglasses. I've soaked these pieces of denim in resin and I leave them to harden on baking paper. I use the roll of baking paper to make sure that the sheets are completely flat and there's no air bubbles in between the layers. This sheet is 2 layers of denim thick and it's been laser cut. I mask off some areas before painting gold ink into the laser etching, being careful to make sure that all the areas of text have been filled with the ink. And once that's dry, I can remove the pieces I need from the sheet. I use a knife to scrape excess ink from the edges of these parts. If I didn't do that, it would be visible later, and I don't want that. I'm going to need some short pieces of steel wire. I use this wire cutter to cut the pieces to the right length. I quite like doing this. Okay, now we're ready to start sticking things together. The steel hinge gets placed inside the brass housing before that steel wire gets put into position. Some of those laser cut pieces then get glued around this sub-assembly, and I use bulldog clips to hold these pieces in position whilst the glue dries. I also make slightly thicker sheets of hardened denim, which I CNC machine into some of the other parts that I need. I use carpet tape to stick these parts to the bed of the CNC machine. This tape is incredibly sticky and it's difficult to get off. I need to remove any excess fluff from the denim because that would get in the way when trying to assemble in these brass and steel parts. That sub-assembly that you just saw me make before gets glued into position, and once again I use bulldog clips to hold everything together whilst the glue dries. I always end up with glue all over my fingers, but that's okay. I use a belt sander to blend the assembly together and remove any excess glue, and I found that I need to add one extra little piece of denim to stop some of the parts from delaminating during use. There's plenty more to do after everything's been assembled, but I'll save that for another video. I hope you enjoyed my marvellous mini manufacturing movie. Bye for now.